carry out general form's will alone. Not wanted. Not needed. Leave.
Here lies Melodia Thorm, beloved wife and mother. E Amiel Telere Manon here. Moonrise towers. It makes the urge hiss within. It was part of your disgrace. But how? Ketheric lost his daughter, but the bastard knows why you lost everything.
Very well.
Ketheric, helming a Sharan army. He's hiding his own past, just as he's keeping pieces of yours.
Where will it bring us, though?
Shar's warriors must not be caught, must not be tricked. Only loss awaits the unworthy. Be careful.
There are traps about.
Quick march.
Well, that left me winded.
To what end?
You do not belong here.
Your mind upends. Somehow, in the decayed soup of this creature's brain, a tadpole lives. Another presence nurtures it, manipulates it like a puppet.
No, you do not belong. This is the Dark Lady's house. She is no use for old, faithless bones.
You plunder.
You meddle!
You upset my plans. Leave.
I see she sent the husk of Minthara to accompany you. Zrel lacks imagination.
Zrel lacks faith. Zrel lacks in many ways, but I do not. Leave before... Stupid worm-infested cockhead! You have awoken the shadows! My forces are split. The defenses are thin. Rally on me. A wall of bone and blade against the darkness. Now! You daughter. Hurry inside, or your racket is liable to. Rancid donkey scrotum! The quakes herald the shadows. It's already too late.
Pave my path with corpses. Build my castle with bones.
Finally, we can talk face to face. Not just any true soul would have succeeded in following my path through this place. You should be pleased. Ah, it was you who pulled his sorry carcass from the rubble. You should have left him there. The miserable worm tried to kill me, hoping to take all the glory of this mission for himself. Dull, dull, dull. Nier was never cut out to be a true soul. He's a very obedient corpse, though. Perhaps you can prove to me that you're more useful alive than dead. You know what's at stake here, I take it.
It comes back to you. Balthazar headed a monastic order that controlled a place called Ankethran in the deserts of Kalimshan, but he is long dead from what you recall.
Oh, him. Yes, I decided to take his name for myself. After taking his rib bones. Suits me better, I think. But enough idle chatter. Keep to the matter at hand. You do know what's at stake here, yes? Interesting. And private. Give me one reason why I shouldn't have my creations kill you right now, thief. Fine. Your usefulness may outweigh your insolence for now. There are much grander things at stake. The Night Song is my finest creation. If I never exceed myself, I will still die happy. Not that I ever intend to do something as gauche as truly dying, of course. Now, given your prying nature, I have work for you as a scout. The Night Song lends the General his strength, his invulnerability. It must be recovered before his enemies attempt to exploit it. And spoil the surprise? I think not. But let's just say that the Night Song was a unique specimen even before I began my work. Words, even my words, are woefully insufficient. When you see for yourself, you will understand. I do not need you or your help, but you are here in spite of that, so I may as well make use of you. The Night Song is close, but the way is barred, and Shar's dead are uncooperative. Clear the path for me by blade, cunning, or whatever it takes. I will remain here until you have succeeded, or fallen.
I'd trust this gas bag about as far as I can throw him, which isn't far. But perhaps better to play along, for now.
Fine. I will assign flesh to aid you on your way. Ring this bell, and he will come. My brother is no intellectual powerhouse, but he is strong, loyal, and punctual. Should a fight turn against you, remember the bell. In part, yes. My poor unborn twin. Mother always resented me for it, said I strangled him in the womb. If you can believe such tripe. Besides, once I developed my powers, I fetched him from the graveyard and brought him back. Gave him a new, better body. Alas, Mother was not pleased. We're still close. She's in a jar on the shelf over there. Flesh will remain here until called. But don't fear, he has very sharp hearing. I chose his ears myself. Now, get to work.
I should speak up.
Not lost your nerve, I hope. I tend to remove those from my creations. Too much fuss. A good one, not the one with the marrow.
No traps, please.
Even when the faithful abandon them, sacred places do not lose their power. Be on your guard. Then speak. Very well.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together. These boots have seen everything.
Unworthy. Unworthy to walk among friendly bones. Leave. Try it. A lot more guts than you'd expect. A lot more. Talking of you, intruder, invader, unworthy one. These halls are not for you.
Spill some blood.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
A place of offering to the Dark Lady. May she embrace the entire world.
A pleasurable shiver runs down your spine. You feel as if you've unburdened a troubling thought and forgotten it forever.
An ordinary rat alone. But together, something more. Some remember turning away from the sun. Some remember donning a black cloak. Some remember plunging a blade into an innocent heart. But we all remember a name. Lithindor. We share who he was. It shouldn't be. We should be one long dead. Instead, we are many. Scurrying, hiding, surviving. We are just crumbs of a life. Harmless nothings, unless you test us. Leave us in peace. There are treasures. Useless to us now, but once they had value, meaning. We hid them away, untouched for a lifetime. Keep your word, and we will reveal them to you. And you better be true to your word. I am small, but we are many. Now fetch your prize and leave.
The bowl contains an ancient rust-colored bloodstain. It forms a neat disc, as if spilled calmly and willingly.
This is one of Lady Shar's trials. Allow me. It's important. Values those that can remain unseen and can still... Sorry, was lost in thought. Something the matter? I don't fully know. Just a nagging feeling. Almost like I'm conflicted about something, but I don't quite know what. It's nothing. Forget it. Too much time in my own head.
No one stopped me yet. Out of sight, out of mind. Have to keep going. Cursed to put my hands on everything. Double turn should do it. Best be on my way.
Another bowl, bearing the stains of an ancient blood offering.
Another trial. I need to do this, same as before. It teaches us that we are our own worst enemy much of the time. Until we show that which holds us back. It's not true.
Another bowl, bearing the stains of an ancient blood offering.
Another trial. Allow me, please. These were said to be sure of foot in even the darkest recesses of Lady Shar's embrace. I must remember when.
At the ready.
This is no ordinary spear. Maybe important. The Gauntlet of Shar. I can't believe it. I can't believe we found the Dark Lady's sacred crucible. I know. I can scarcely believe it's real. But I saw it with my own eyes. Felt the polished stone walls raised in Lady Shar's honor. Normally, it would not be for me to pursue becoming a Dark Justiciar without a superior's command. But this is different. My lady wanted me to find this place. I know it. He's a pompous sack of spare parts. He and his undead lackeys should never have come here. Perhaps I can rid Lady Shar's gauntlet of them yet. The Gauntlet of Shar is no ordinary temple. It is the highest test of the Dark Lady's faithful, to judge if they are worthy of becoming a Dark Justiciar. The Gauntlet has double meaning. It speaks of the ordeals to be overcome, and of the armor-clad fist of Lady Shar that would embrace the worthy. Survive the crushing gauntlet, and be embraced by the Night Singer at its very core. The old ways were lost over time. Now some claim the rank simply by killing a single Selûnite. But before, they were a true elite. Many would attempt the trials, but few would succeed.
I feel the weave growing more distant by the moment. We walk Shar's path now. Best we don't spend too long in her shadow. Alas, no. The charm Elminster granted me requires my death as the spark that will light the orb's fuse. Making myself invulnerable, immortal, or in any other fashion unkillable would render it useless. And gods only know what it might do to the orb itself. Still, I see no harm in learning what we can about this night song. And if we manage to find it, the harm will be all Ketheric's. So, well worth indulging our curiosity.
What to do? Breathe deep and move.
What's this? Fresh entertainment? But you're too fresh for this place, aren't you? A dark dweller you may be, but there's a definite whiff of the surface to you. A new arrival, then. You burrow too deep, little rabbit. You're a mouthy little rabbit. This will be... There's something else, almost hidden by your fear stink. Cherries. Musk. And sulfur. Raphael! I can smell him all over you. Where is he? Bold of you. Stupid, but bold. Form up ranks! Don't let anything get past you!
The carcass continues to leak. Fresh bite marks, an old puncture wound, and a faint pulse of something not entirely natural. The teeth of the predator are curved, pointed, and have sunk in deep. Some sort of feline. The meat is oozing, but not with blood. It's been dosed with a potion. Sulfur, decay, and a thin whiff of something unexpectedly fragrant. The meat tastes of rot and sour milk. Your stomach lurches, but your loins tingle. Was that arousal?
Why are you looking at that dead spider coquettishly?
In amongst the rot is an unmistakable sweetness. Succubus spittle. The meat is charmed.
Do you know what happens when a devil is struck down on this charming plane of existence? It returns to the hells, to the very point where it last stood before venturing to whichever devil-forsaken plane it died on. In the case of our friend Yrgir, the Orthon you so handily dispatched in the Temple of Shar, he manifested in my House of Hope. He returned to me chastened but intact, his wounds healed, his body restored. He thought I would dismember him, but he has his uses, so instead I am re-educating him.
We delivered the devil. Now I want what I'm owed. We had a deal.
Indeed we did. I discovered all there is to know about those scars of yours. It's a rather grim tale. Even for my tastes.
I'd appreciate a little less enthusiasm when it comes to Cazador and his horrors.
Oh, come, Astarion. We're about to unveil your destiny. You should be quivering in anticipation. Carved into that ivory skin of yours is one part of an infernal contract between the archdevil Mephistopheles and your former master, Cazador Za. In full, the contract states that Cazador will be granted knowledge of an infernal ritual so vile it has never been performed. The rite of profane ascension. It promises to be a marvelous ceremony, very elaborate, incredibly ancient, and entirely diabolical. If he completes the rite, he will become a new kind of being, the Vampire Ascendant. All the strengths of his vampiric form will be amplified, and alongside them he will enjoy the luxuries of the living. The arousals and appetites of man will return to him, and unlike Astarion, he will have no need of a parasite to protect him from the sun. But the ritual has its price, as all worthwhile things do. Lord Cazador will need to sacrifice a number of souls, including all of his vampiric spawn, if he is to ascend. Imagine how he felt then, when one of those precious spawns simply disappeared into thin air. The only missing ingredient is Astarion. You are the final piece he requires to complete the ritual. Your scars bind you to it. Your soul will set off a very wave of death, bringing Cazador his twisted life. And that, my tragic and toothsome friend, is that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business elsewhere.
Do you think it's so simple? The idea definitely has appeal. I could get rid of the worm in my head and still walk in the sun. I'd finally be free of the hunger. And if I'm the key to this deal of Cazador's, perhaps I can turn this to my advantage. I need to take the fight to him, and I need you to help me. Thank you.